Hi guys and welcome back to another video on the wrestling with your Daniel. This is a raw review thoughts video. Um, Overall, guys, I thought this was a pretty average middle of the road. Um, so a couple of decent bits here, but apart from that, it was just a case sort of rinse and repeat and continue and continue the usual um trend. So we still are things of with of this whole Roman in marching to the other and asking for on some and he says that shouldn't have and that shouldn't have happened as the week of Jacob assaulting you and the Usos if he did just do it me for higher um and another death would have happened or Ains is going out to the ring to confront Aunt Jacob before you before he fires and he says that's not what I recommend. He fattus me as it cats he tells Reigns to get out here because I'm gonna dog walk your ass out comes the Usos. They say all you had to do is acknowledge Jim Jacob. You're the one that wants to look after you or for family. He did on that. And so then Jacob had to attacks it, shows he puts it on Gindefra on both Jay and Jamie outcome or Roman Reigns two bro all for two puts the Defra upon a Roman and the shows get back into the bro all Superman punch it tie him up. They do the moves again, and Drake looking a bit lost. Probably here out comes out comes the yes he gets ready to fire him, but Jacob then says Roman tribal combat. Pierce is like Reigns don't even think about it. Roman accepts, and when I get a tribal combat match at Killer Ash in Italy, uh, um, I fully expect Jacob to become the tribal chief. That's what's on the line, and you also get a brief description of what tribal combat is, and so looks as though we are getting a new a joint faction. And then we go to our first match of the evening, which is Finn Balor versus JT McDonagh in a street fight. This is a rubber match, which is typically viewed as the last match in any series. Both men have a victory over the other. Candlestick shots brawling. and in the crowd cheer. So it's interference from Dominic Mysterio, um, all of that gets opted and comes away with the actually we did get a song to Slash can with J.D. McDonough's head inside it gets a bit. Actually, this was probably the best match on the Raw for a while. It's up there with AJ Styles and Karrion Cross from last year. For me, he is two of the best Raw matches in the recent years. That one joins that. So it was a pretty good match, but we are not. But I don't think we're done with Dominic and Finn. Um, but yeah, but I love the matches on a here and match. So can Becky and get into it backstage. Becky tells Kat to get back to NXT. She's a loser. So goes out to the ring, tells Becky to get her ass out there. She's challenges her. Um, she, she challenges her for a match for the title. Becky, he actually, for the women's IC title, Becky actually says if you're day face mates after tonight's main event, she got at the AJ Lee, he who when he wider after title picture and like um then like she can tell she's not she can tell it's not like the Luca accepts the match. Good segment, and I really hope Luca does take the belt from Lynch. It's getting a bit tiresome. Um, unfortunately, we don't get confirmation, and that it's a title match. So yeah. I hope it is. Then we get to the two America no factions fighting each other in the next match. Julio and Brito, who are the Creed brothers, Bravo and Rio are the on and are done and beat respectively. Um, and you've got Chad Gable, who's OG, and you've got Kaiser, um, who's very Ilgra, and so it's Kaiser's faction coming away with the win, decent match here. The commentators don't really give a shit constantly making jokes. Kaiser, in my opinion, is better than Gable under the El Grande. I make it least. Kaiser can speak Spanish despite being German. I think he's from Hamburg originally. He Kaiser, he's got that sort of hang to his accent. Um, but yeah, still, he picks up the win, and yeah, it'll be out to the, which is Del Grande, he might, my ass, versus his mask, and so, yeah, yeah, so they pick up the win here, and yeah, I kinda hope that Kaiser keeps asthma ask because he's better onto the gimmick. Uh, um, so yeah, of course a lot's been made of Kaiser not being allowed to attack Chad Gable and Mexico, but he can in the States for some reason. It kinda does make that's the population a bit redundant, but yeah, the feud's kinda overblown. It was funny and exciting at points, but now it's just jumped the shark. Ethan Page sits down with Michael Cole. That's before what night and the Usos get into confrontation. He's not happy at the Usos teaming back up with Roman. He confronts Rollins later about um his history with the Vision. So Knight is actually stuck between Reigns and Rollins, and it's not really what I wanted for Knight. Ethan Page humiliates me. Michael Cole winning in an interview. So yeah, so pre-match questions against Penta are answered. Uh, then then Michael Cole get a Ethan Page about wanting to rename the Intercontinental Championship if he beats Penta as the Ethan Page Championship. It says it's not. It says it's not ego. It's a attitude. It's confidence. It was the longest reigning of American champion in NXT. He won the NXT championship his first night in NXT. Well, in his first match. So yeah, then it's gonna do the same to enter Michael Cole also has got the you've got the star quality, but your ego gets and the not a bad segment again, it's just promo heavy. Night Night as well when I has segment and spin the voice of the he's in. It's actually pretty cool. Um, but again, I want him to be in the title picture, but doesn't look like he's gonna. He offer, um, he does kinda reluctantly offer his help to the Hollands later on after the USO confrontation, but yeah, then he leaves the building. Um, so then we get the women's tag team championship match. Obviously, Liv gets involved, and here it will lead to the Judgment Day losing losing the opportunity, or Ox actually, uh, she's in the championship. It's well, or Liv gets kicked out by the gets kicked out by the official after her tripping the Kibela up. The championship's retained by a roll up as of miscommunication by the heels. And then they go to Saturday night's main event to face the irresistible forces. Liv comes back and assaults the tag champs. No, if Rock, San and Raquel. Out comes Bailey and Ira to make the save. There's no sighting of the irresistible forces. So again, exceptional booking. They are not, because obviously you've got a title match at Saturday night's main event. So where is the Bill or the number one contender on the show? It's not. It's not Bill, and it's not either Valkyria. So what the hell will be doing? So what the hell will be doing here at least have the number one contenders show up, as if Vince McMahon booking this show here. Um, again, kind of garbage segment. Oba Femi makes his way to the ring for the open challenge. He gets in the ring, he does his pose broccoli his nose back. It gives him a series of F5s. Adam Yos Adam Yos confronts um Adam Yos confronts Brock Lesnar. No, Adam Pearce confronts Heyman about Brock Lesnar's return. What the hell's that? He says signed, um, he says he he signed the retirement paperwork. Heyman actually says you've got the golden opportunity to to Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi, the biggest rematch of all time, I think. About it. Then we get um so yeah, again, so Hawkins surprise. I get and I was hoping that was it for Lesnar, but as it has been repetitive over the past few years, I've so of course now we get to Seth Rollins and Austin Theory, but before all that, we get so this match came about after Owens should the challenge to Braun Breaker in the version earlier on, and then he says, Breaker, um, let's see what kind of man you are, essential. Yeah, so yeah, so that's fine, but it did challenge every member of the version. Heyman told Barbara on to run the pill, and he puts the area in him for Rollins, but also as well, you do get Joe Hendry slagging off the vision later on in the night with another concert, so that's fine. You do get uh, Elgra anti-promo with Adobe through hyping up the Mass versus my ass match for sure away in Mexico. The Judgment Day and or the you as them saying that they still are on the or in the kill and or so still the best tag team in the women's division. And then you get to the match here, the main event. Of course, Dawkins says he has Rollins back before the main event. So essentially, Logan Paul is out with the number of games a bit too much. Decent enough match, and Theory beats Theory beats Owens with if um Theory beats Owens with if oh, no, Owens beats Theory with if the sorry, you do see Theory actually at the a stomp on Owens as well. Dawkins makes a save. You do get friction with him and Ford. Um, so, yeah, Ford reluctantly he comes out to save Doc, and so that is kind of an interesting feud. But Ron Baker is destroys Owens and it gives him another year and that ends and that ends the show, so the profits chase off division. It leaves Owens vulnerable, and that would carry match like Ash and Attila. Eh, and so yeah, decent enough match. Ian Rollins do have good chemistry. It was the first time in 3 years that they faced each other. Was they faced each other for the US Championship. Orleans beat the Erie in the MITB cash. Um, but yeah, um, it did actually feel like the instant repeat were for Orleans and break. Or and I was actually losing engagement in this episode. So this is probably going to be the lowest, one of the lowest episode scores I'll give the show. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 10. Like the opening segment and the street fight were good, but the rest of the show it was super almost heavy, and apart from those two things, guys, it was not very good. I was expecting confirmation for a title match with Soul and Becky, and it should be a title match because Soul's excellent, but she's lost her two previous matches. It's just the main roster booking is so inconsistent, and like because as you get three dodgy then you get a good raw, then you get a mid raw, and it's not very consistent. So yeah, 4 out of 10. Could really do better too much talking in this episode. Um, but yeah, and of course, yeah, the Broccoli is now return is like, okay, whatever, I kinda half, half suspect something, and yeah, because obviously some of Slams and Minnesota where he's from, so yeah, um, so yeah, overall, guys, 4 out of 10. All I'm looking for is a bit of consistency with this show. There's really not a whole lot to talk about here, guys, other than that. So, I say I'll subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon. Sorry for the short video. I'm still a bit sort of, I'm still a bit sort of drained after the legitimate article in my team on the league, and obviously, um, Raw is nothing to write home out. So yeah, that is where we'll leave it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I genuinely want this product to be good every week, but this Raw is honestly, apart from the opening segment and the street fight, this Raw is kinda forgettable. So, I share, subscribe, comment below. Sorry for being a bit more negative there. Actually, he, guys, it's just that this episode today I didn't get up me as my actual notes. Yeah, all for the NXT review tomorrow. All of it. He's up the game and turn up the dial on the quality setting. I'll see you over very soon. It's not the fact that I hate it's not the fact that I don't like the roster. The roster does have some good so on it. It's just sometimes I feel like we're back in 2016 when WWE were creatively bankrupt. It's the same sort of situation with the TKO corporate overlords being the only difference. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, guys, and I'll try to you for NXT tomorrow. But please WWE do better, and this is the problem, guys, where you have a where you have back Ash that's like, okay, that was a good pay-per-view, but now you have Saturday night's main event, obviously a Saturday. You've got um you've got Ash and Tilly next door. So you have two events that don't really have a lot of time to build up um to build up stories and matches for its back. I'd put and having a Saturday night's main event that they do kind of regard to prestige. You've got you've got Ash and Italy. That's a big European eh, of you, and really, you've not really built up that apart from Cody Rhodes versus Gunther, and obviously you've got the tribal combat match. What the hell else are you going to put on that pay-per-view? But anyway, guys, enough rambling. I'll see you all very soon. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. But WWE have to restructure all their events and shows a little bit, and maybe try and experiment with things. Maybe do what or NXT does and actually open show if I'm match. It can't always be just promo. At least Shawn Michaels has thought and everything he does. But yeah, guys, I'll see you over very soon.